No Tiger Woods this year at the Masters. He released a statement on his website saying, in part, "Unfortunately, I won't be competing in this year's Masters. I did about everything I could to play, but my back rehabilitation didn't allow me the time to get tournament ready. I'm especially upset because it's a special anniversary for me that's filled with a lot of great memories. I can't believe it's been 20 years since I won my first green jacket." The U.S. Open is the next major, June 15th through the 18th. Do you think Tiger plays the U.S. Open?
I would bet no. We're already down the path, eerily, of a carbon copy of what was Tiger's 2016 calendar. And when we reached this period, we thought maybe there's an outside chance for him to play the Masters, and the Mark Steinberg said he will play in 2016. He only played his exhibition event. It's an 18-man field where he finished 16th out of 17 in December. But then we got to late April, early May. Will he play the Wells Fargo? No. Will he play the Players? No. Will he play the U.S. Open? No. Will he play the British? No. We're going to go through that same rigmarole, Laura, and I think we're going to be closer to what we saw last year. And I'm okay with that. Listen, Tiger Woods isn't going to do himself any good if he's coming back and he's only 80% healthy. We saw that when he was at Torrey Pines, then he flew to the Middle East and he left after just more than a round at the Omega Dubai Desert Classic. This has already been a setback failure of a season, and I don't think he should come back until he feels as if he's not going to have another setback. I think the other thing that we learned was him having ambitious scheduling. We need to hold off on that. We really need to go to baby steps, learn to crawl before we walk. And I think walking might be playing in the U.S. Open. He may not be ready until the entire major season is done. There's a quick, jam-packed 10 weeks where you play the U.S. Open, the Open, and the PGA. So that all comes to you really fast.
Do you think that if this happens again this year, saying like we saw in the 2016 calendar year, he has a 2017 like that, when does it stop? Does he have a 2018 like that? Does he have a 2019 like that? When does the end come
Does he ever just put a hammer down and say it's over?
We're not doing this anymore.
The best answer for you is golfers don't retire. They run out of tournaments to play in. In Tiger Woods, the majors are all that matters, and he's a lifetime member for having more than 20 wins. He has 79. And he'll be able to get in any event that grants a sponsor's exemption. So outside of World Golf Championships, he's exempt till 65 for all three of the four majors, and the USGA would be brainless not to give him special exemption status if his world ranking is still very poor after his exempt status from when the 08 U.S. Open ends after 2018. He has no problem of playing in events. So health and motivation are really what it comes to. If he's healthy and he's motivated to grind it out to get back to a 71 scoring average, well, then we got a chance. But I think the main message is, not until you're fully healthy should we even start taking the necessary steps to go on the range and have a 3-hour session, go play 9 holes, do an intricate short game session. That can't happen until you can like run a mile or you can walk 10 miles.
Sure.
Again, there has to be a very slow progression here because he actually is supposed to be perceived as the healthiest golfer since Gary Player or Frank Stranahan. But in a way, he's the most broken down body specimen because he out-trained himself. No one has... Fuzzy Zoeller sort of had the same back spasm, which ironic 20 years to when Fuzzy Zoeller had the collard greens and fried chicken remark, which is racist, but he was intoxicated. I think that, and he's not going to go to Fuzzy for advice on how to repair that back. No one tears their Achilles, no one has ACL tears, and no one has setbacks in their back with those surgeries. He trained like a boxer. You didn't need to train like a boxer. So everything that helped him is now setting him back.
Sure.
The question is, if he gets healthy, all of the due diligence that he's put towards his body, can that potentially have him sustain better health than most 47-year-olds? So let's say he gets healthy in 2018 is a year where he's playing and he's gaining rhythm and he's not having physical setbacks. By the time he's 42 and 43, 44, 45, he might be better suited than where Hogan was when he was 43 and Jack was at 43. Jack's body sort of broke down at 41, and then there was this just glisten that sparked with a 30 on Sunday on the back nine in 86. But the dude didn't contend in many majors from 81 to 86. So I'm really curious because inside he's got a lot of muscle and torque and tissue that should be still good for a golfer. But his left leg and back may keep him from using his talent for the rest of his life. We're never going to grow tired of this. He's not going to retire. And I think we're just going to get this over and over.
The carousel is going to keep going around, and we're going to keep riding it. That's what I predict.